Hello and what is up everyone, it is Hachi from the Art of Dota, and I got a treat for everyone out there. I didn't think I would make a Christmas video, but I just so happened to came across this replay, and this is definitely an entertaining game. Just notice the Nature's Prophet's name here real quick. I came across this replay on Reddit, and if you guys are coming from Reddit, you're going to be familiar with what's actually going to happen, but pay real close attention to Nature's Prophet as we load up into the game here. And it does seem this is probably somewhere on the US server, as there's some Spanish speaking happening. So it's either South American server, but I believe the techies starts typing into English. So it's probably US East, most likely. But as you see here, we got Christmas feeding. What rank is that? I don't know the lower ranks. I don't know. We gotta do a rank check real quick here. That is Archon. So what is that, like 2K? So this is about 2K, 3K average, I believe. Maybe a little bit lower, a little bit higher. I don't know. But as you see, the Nature's Prophet is going to be doing some Christmas feeding. I believe he also fed the courier there. Yeah, he bought the courier and fed it. So does that mean, hold on a second, does that mean that Dyer is never going to have a courier? Or no, Raiden just has two couriers. They didn't kill it, they actually used it. Oh, that's smart. He's gonna, he's gonna continue to run mid and feed to the tower. Yeah, let's just say this guy is definitely some next level with his feeding here. Is going to TP right into the fountain. And we got some Spanish in the chat here. Papi deja de fidear. I can't speak Spanish. What does this guy say? Hasta para eso noob el mid. Excuse my Spanish pronunciation. So, as Nature's Prophet, he's already 0-3 before the game started. And we're going to get right into it here. So, let's just check the item builds here. Let's see. It looks like we do have an offlane Spirit Breaker, alright. Earthshaker is actually playing support. He's going to block the safe lane. I don't know about this, guys. If you're a support Earthshaker, I don't recommend doing this, because you know what this is actually going to do? It's going to force the Monkey King to tank this creep wave under tower a little bit, and then it's going to also force the creep wave into the tower. So this is actually going to push the wave, which means the Techies is going to get free experience, and it looks like Techies is going to go for the straight Soul Ring rush. And I'm not even going to look at the Nature's Prophet, because he's going to feed on cooldown, so it's not real kills here. We'll watch him this one last time. You see that? About 4 TP scrolls. So in the mid lane, we got Storm Spirit versus Tinker. I believe Tinker does win this lane early on, but of course Storm wins the matchup. And it's not just a Techie's offlane, it's going to be a Clockwork here as well. Counter to the Earthshaker. I don't know what Earthshaker's actually doing here. Oh, he's warding. Oh, he actually picked up one of the Nature's Prophet's wards. So he's starting the game with 3 wards. Some next level. And I'm pretty sure, back to what I was saying about the courier, is Dyer is never going to be able to have a courier. Because you're only allowed to have 1 courier. And he bought it and gave it to the enemy. If you really want to troll your teammates, I think that's the way to go. You buy the courier and you give it to the enemy team, so they have 2 couriers, and you will never have a courier. Throughout the entire game, your team will never have a courier. And there, he's back at it again. I don't know what this Earthshaker is actually doing there. He like blocked the wave back here, or block something back here. I don't know what he's actually going for, but as you see, if you're an Earthshaker, don't block the safe lane. That's probably the worst thing you can do with your block. Of all lanes to block, if you block the safe lane, it's actually going to ruin the lane, because it's just going to force the lane to push. And you see Techie's got a free level 3 here. He has no business getting a level 3. He has a mine right in front of his tower. And Monkey King does have relatively long range, so if he knows what he's doing, he can just be able to kill it. Nature's Prophet back at it again. We got some missing mid spams here. The thing about this game is the Nature's Prophet is actually in the same party with the Techies. So I'm not sure if like this is some next level strategy. You know, Nature's Prophet is just baiting them into a false sense of security. So later on, you know, once this Tinker racks up a streak, if he dies to the Techies' mines, Techies is just gonna get rich. Get rich. Get that moolah. Oh, he's just back at it again in the mid lane. And is he every single death so far? Yes, he is every single death so far. So at some point, he's not even going to be worth gold, right? Tinker's still getting gold at this point, but we'll keep the gold counter here. How much gold is he giving? All right, not bad. All right, anyway, at this point, Techies is actually owning in this. Well, he's not owning, but he's doing pretty well here in the off lane. Like, what is going on? This Earthshaker is blocking the creep wave, and they're also just sitting here sapping all of Monkey King's experience. I don't know. Did he just kill a Clarity? I don't understand. What is this game? We got a jungling Clockwork, and in the meantime, what happened in top lane? So apparently the Storm Spirit is done with the Tinker's, or the Nature's Prophet feeding his Tinker in lane. So he's just gonna go top and steal the lane from Juggernaut, who's gonna walk back to base even though he has a Clarity and Tango that he can eat. And what is his problem? He just eat a Tango, go mid. Well, I guess he can't use the courier, so he really wants to pick up his item. There's gonna be no courier, so he has to pick up an item. Then you gotta go back to base for that. I mean, all right, I'll give him. I'll let him off for that one. You know, when the team is incapable of having a courier, sometimes you will have to walk back to base, like it's League of Legends. Or actually, in League of Legends, you can TP back. I don't know why he didn't TP back. Wouldn't that make more sense? Oh, whatever, we can TP out. It's the same walk either way, right? He's gonna TP mid. Nature's Prophet's TPing mid. He's feeding another kill. I don't know what Clockwork is doing. He is actually just jungling. Oh, we got a TP mid from the Spirit Breaker so he can charge creeps. And the buyback comes out from Nature's Prophet. He's stocking up those TPs, so he always has those TPs available. Let's see if Spirit Breaker is able to get the kill here. He's actually using his abilities, surprisingly. He's attacking the Spirit Breaker a little bit. He's gonna get the kill. No. There's the Tinker coming back in. He already has Boots of Travel. That's a 5-minute Boots of Travel there, ladies and gentlemen. 5-minute Boots of Travel on this Tinker. In the bottom lane, alright, Monkey King. He's a smart player. He's denying these mines. Unfortunately, he's super low level compared to Techies because I don't know what his supports are doing. Especially his Earthshaker. This Earthshaker is questionable. I gotta check his rank after the end of this game. This guy must be like 1K or something. This guy does not know how to play Dota. He ruined the safe lane. He bought an energy booster before boots. He still has 2 wards. I guess he placed 2, so he bought another one in the meantime. This ward, I believe... No, this is a different ward. So this is like the Jakiro's ward. So he just placed that one ward here. And he's not placing any other. They still haven't killed Techies yet. Even though Techies is not last hitting. And keep in mind, he's not able to use the courier, so he's still starting with his starting items. Nature's Prophet is still feeding with some dual jungling. Now, I don't know what's actually going on here. I feel like, in this case, someone should just take mid for experience. Because the thing is, Storm can't really lane against Tinker because he's kind of fed. He's pretty fed. But Storm can jungle real fast, right? So I think Storm should be the one jungling and Clock should just be sitting mid. Or ganking. Ganking's fine. This is a pretty good matchup against these heroes. We're missing some kills in the bottom lane, but... it's just Nature's Prophet dying and Techies dying. Who cares? So Tinker actually made the rotation down here bottom. They want to kill Techies, and they did kill him along with his Nature's Prophet friend, who's actually going to feed the safe lane now. He's attempting to seal the Tome. Okay, he has Tome of Knowledge queued up. And he is going to feed another kill here. Which, how many deaths does he have? 14 deaths. He actually has some last hits. That's surprising. Anyway, Monkey King has switched to the mid lane because he's tired of his support stealing his experience. Fair enough, fair enough. Techie's farming up a stacked camp here in the jungle. He's level 5. He's doing not bad for himself, actually. Doesn't have any remote mines up yet. Storm is going to be jungling. The most inefficient jungling I've ever seen. Rushing a Kaya! Oh my god. What is this MMR? There, we got the Kaya Rush Storm. Pops that value verifier so he doesn't die at a small camp. Alright, we gotta open up the stats here. I forgot about that. Alright, let's check the stats. Right, kills. Hold on. We want last hits and denies. So Monkey King is at the top. Somehow Tinker's last hits are awful, even though he has 10 million kills. There's some next level new meta. If you feed, the enemy mid won't last it because they're busy killing you. This is pretty awful CS numbers, but he's really farmed because he's beyond godlike, or he's godlike. Not quite beyond godlike yet. Monkey King hitting on the mid tower. So this MK actually is CSing pretty well, surprisingly. Well, the techies didn't contest him at all, but considering this Tinker CS, I expect him to do a lot worse. And there's Spirit Breakers as well. He was 1v1, so I don't know why he's doing so poorly. And we got some jungle gameplay going on here. There's some clowny jungling. We got Clockwork jungling. We got the Storm jungling. In the meantime, Jug just dies top. We're going to see the charge into the Storm Spirit. He's not level 6 yet. Should die here. He has a Kaya, but what is that going to do? Oh, he just hit level 6 after killing the creep wave. And oh, the value Kaya. Look at those long jumps. And he gets out. But meanwhile, Nature's Prophet is in. He's going to feed another kill here. Almost to his 20th death before the 10-minute mark. It's quite impressive. Another kill for the Tinker here. And they're also going to do some tower damage here as well. In the mid lane, Jakiro, who has taken the bottom tower, is going to join the Monkey King mid to take this tower. What is Earthshaker doing? He's a questionable player. Alright, he has Arcane Boots halfway to his Blink Dagger. So he's doing just fine, actually. In the meantime, Clockwork, level 3, gonna smoke up with the Juggernaut. Juggernaut does have his ultimate. Techies is coming along for the ride as well, even though he has no mana. Who are they gonna find here? Maybe they'll find a Jakiro. Maybe. But how are they actually gonna kill him? There's no hook shot. It looks like Jug has given up and started jungling. Nature's Prophet is at his 20th death. That is indeed his 20th death. And we got some ja coming out. And Storm Spirit still farming it up. Does have this Kaya. Some type of meme build here. Juggernaut farming in the enemy jungle. Keep in mind, Dire is never going to have access to the courier. So whenever they're wanting to buy items, they will have to walk back to base or TP back to base. That is going to be the 21st death of the Nature's Prophet. I almost said 21th. 21 Savage here. And this guy is not giving up. He's continuing the feed train. Got Techies here to defend the mid lane with his mines. Nature's Prophet coming back in. I mean, keep in mind, let's do a streak counter here. Who cares CS? Let's keep the kills. How do I get kills? Kills? There's the kills. So we gotta keep the streak counters. Alright. Tinker's on a streak. Monkey King is in. He got 1 death. The only death of the game, actually. To who? Who got the kill? Techies. Alright. Did I miss that? I completely missed that. So apparently Monkey King died at some point. Somehow. They're gonna take the mid tower now. Nature's Prophet. Back in onto the feed train. And there's not much happening in this game right now. Radiant pretty much feels like they got this game in the bag. They're just pushing in the mid tower. Juggernaut is farming the enemy jungle. Clockwork is trying to get his experience up. He actually snagged the tome before the Nature's Prophet could buy. That's pretty impressive. And Techies is just here on high ground defense duty. Trying to place his mine, set him up. Meantime, Storm is just trying to split push to the best of his ability. We're going to see the charge here in the bottom lane kill the Clockwork. But other than that, there's not much going on. So, at this point, I'm pretty sure Radiant is not trying very hard, and this is where maybe the secret strat comes into play, right? Because keep in mind, this Techies and this Nature's Prophet are queued together. So, so this video doesn't become ridiculously long. I don't see anything happening anytime soon. So we're gonna go speed up a little bit. We got some more some Chinese. What is this? Some spam. All right, hold on. I gotta pause. Or slow it back down here so I can read the chat. Espero que su internet café se queda sin tiempo. I don't know what that means. Todo mid. Yeah. Alright. Back to speeding it up because there is not much happening in this game, guys. I don't want this video to be insanely long, but I still want to do a decent cast on it. Anyway, speeding it up. 1.5 times speed should be good enough. Radiant with a 14k net worth advantage at this point. Nature's Prophet continuing to feed. Storm going to get solo killed here by the Spirit Breaker. Tinker building a Force Staff in preparation to counter the Clockwork. Techie's literally putting every single one of his mines here on the mid lane. I mean, if Radiant dies to this, they have to be insane, right? Like, what else is Techie's doing? Like, they should know that he's doing this for sure. If they die to these mines, this is some next level. Alright, Monkey King actually dies, giving 1,000 gold to the Storm Spirit. Techie's comes in with a suicide, gets the kill there into the Jakiro as well. Right, Kaya Rush coming in clutch there. Clockwork is still jungling. Where's Juggernaut at? Juggernaut is still farming the enemy jungle. He's been doing this for like the past 5 minutes or so. Still haven't been able to pick up his items, of course, because there's no courier. Nature's Prophet continuing to feed. We will have a Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker now. Spirit Breaker is dying. Oh, will Storm get another kill here? That's 600 gold. They did lose the Clockwork, but who cares? This Storm is getting rich. His farm is actually not bad now after those kills. He got Kaya, he got Treads, he got his Soul Ring, and he got 1,300 gold, 1,400 gold. Monkey King building an Orchid to counter the Storm Spirit. Well, this Tinker has a pretty questionable build. Has the Force Staff right into a Dagon. Now, you're gonna say, how does a Radiant not just end this game? Right? They can just get Roshan and they go high ground with a gem or some sentries. And there's really nothing that Dire can do about it. Their only line of defense is the Storm Spirit. And if they can just find a way to deal with him, either just by like tanking up to make sure that they don't die to him, by buying BKB or like a pipe or something, they can just end the game. And that's what I'm wondering, because I didn't watch this replay either. So I'm wondering what actually happens. Because spoiler alert, guess what team actually wins this game? I'm not gonna reveal it, but it's not the team that you expect. Otherwise, why else would I be doing this replay cast, right? Anyway, so keeping the streak counter. So Monkey King definitely doesn't have a streak. He died. Storm just gets another kill here. So Earthshaker doesn't have a streak either. It's only this Tinker. Storm does die immediately afterwards to the Monkey King as he comes in for the kill. And things are starting to happen again, so I'll go back to regular speed. So let's just take this time to talk about how your guys' Christmas went, or holidays, if you are from the United States. I know a lot of people that watch my videos are from like the Philippines and Southeast Asia. Shout out to you guys. I'm from C myself, or not from C, but my family originates from C, and Vietnam to be specific. Shout out if I do have any Vietnamese viewers. I'm also coaching a Southeast Asian team right now. So, C is... Oh my god, someone actually dies to that. And he popped the exact amount of mines needed to get that kill. And he gets the triple. Oh, baby. The triple. And that's the streak going to Techies. 1,300 gold. Almost 1,400 gold going to Techies for that Tinker kill. And how did they just walk high ground like that? That's literally all the Techies was doing. And he actually had a control group, so he didn't blow them all up at once. Now, some people on Reddit speculated this Techies might have been a scripter. It's possible, but I'm pretty sure he just control grouped it. I don't think he's a scripter. He is using not a script, but he did use a bind to spam chat. But I do that as well. And they feed the gem as Storm Spirit comes in. I mean, this is actually the perfect game for a Storm Spirit, so I'm not sure if they like organize this with the rest of their team. They're gonna have the Nature's Prophet play the 7th position, feed the enemy team streak, so Storm can get fatter and Techies can get fatter. But this is the perfect Storm game. Storm is really good in scenarios where the enemy team stops paying attention, and then he just zips in and gets kills. So he's on his way to a pretty decent Bloodstone timing. And now Juggernaut will push into the mid lane, still not picking up any of his items. He has a full Yasha as well as Phase Boots in base. And he will get charged now. The spin comes out in time. He has Omni Slash up. Tinker coming in, wants to get the kill, but the Force Staff... What? That was Tinker... Okay. Alright, misclick? I don't know. Alright. tries to deny himself to Roshan, but will not be successful in doing so. Tinker secures the kill, and he will be building a Ghost Scepter. I'm not so sure why. I guess it's okay against a Storm Spirit. Easy team deserve to lose. Ja. Okay. Or ha 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 ha. Pretty sure in Spanish, J's are pronounced like H's. Anyway, Techie is laying a trail of mines here. It's gonna blow up the Crete Wave. Does a significant amount of damage to the Monkey King there as well. Now Radiant is just trying to go high ground, but Techie is, after that kill onto the Storm Spirit, has found himself with an Aghanim's as well as Kaya. We got a Kaya Techies. And I feel like at this point, this is not a good idea. There's a minefield sign, really obvious here. Storm jumps in, almost kills the Jakiro. Tinker comes in, uses his spells on Nature's Prophet, but Jug has arrived with his items. He's finally able to pick them up because he died. But, they're not going to help him survive there as he dies immediately. I don't know what he was attempting there. Techie's still with a giant stack of mines here. And unfortunately, they have no building hitter that can attack the tower out of range of these mines. Even the Jakiro will die. If they walk too far up, and there Jakiro just gets blown up. The Techies get pushed back to base, and they're diving real deep here. Monkey King ultimate used next to the throne, and that's going to be 4 kills. Techies is the lone survivor, but he still has a couple of mines here. He blew up a little bit more, I believe, than he needed to kill the Jakiro. Anyway, Nature's Prophet is back. Is he gonna get a kill? Nope. He's just dead. Techie's juking back, and Monkey King coming in too deep will eat an Omni Slash to the face. He will buy back. For what? And now they think there's no mines mid because the Jakiro dies. So there's a very high chance that someone dies still here. They did commit everything. Necro Book is up again for the Earthshaker. They're just trying to take mid, and they can't. Which is really hilarious. I don't know why they're not just rushing. And as I said before, there's a really high chance someone would die to these mines. And as you see there, Tinker comes in. That's 800 gold for the Techies. We got 800 gold for Techie's boy here. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet feeds another kill here. What's the death counter on this guy? You can see it here. 40 deaths. All right, 22 minutes in, he has 40 deaths. Storm jumps in, finds the kill there. Didn't actually secure the last hit there. Clockwork actually getting it with his rocket flare. But that's another kill. The Monkey King bought back, and he's just sitting here. Like, I don't understand why they're doing this. At this point, if they're going to feed Techies this much gold, they should just buy a Battle Fury on Monkey or something and just go farm. Because they're not breaching this lane on the high ground. Or they can push another lane. You know, big surprise. Techies is not going to be able to set up mines in every single lane. They're trying to brute force down mid here. Techie's going for a refresher so he can refresh his minefield sign. Then he could have minefield signs on 2 lanes. Meanwhile, Tinker with a long jump. Uh-oh. Or not Tinker. Storm Spear. He jumps onto the Tinker, but he ran out of mana and will just die. What? Alright, Storm Spirit casually feeds there. It's okay. Techie is still defending the base. Nature's Prophet feeding to the fountain now. He wants to share that gold equally. Spear Breaker with the Echo Saber. How did Jug die? He died over here? Did he get Echo? No, he just died. Alright, anyway, there's 3 dead, but can they push? The answer to that is probably not. Oh, Monkey King almost dying to a set of mines in the bottom lane. Gotta keep our eyes peeled for these mines. You know, gotta catch people blowing up. I don't really care if the Dyer's dying at this point, but I want to watch the Radiant die. That's what I'm interested in. Alright. Minefield sign is down, but he's quite close to a refresher. The thing is, they can't hit these mines because they don't have a hero that can do so safely. Oh, we're going to see Storm jump onto the Monkey King. The suicide from the Techies will finish off the kill. And I just missed the mine kill. So I keep my eyes peeled. Alright, apparently these mines aren't enough to kill the Jakiro, so he's going to hold on. This is going to give Jakiro some time to actually do some damage to this tier 3. Are there mines top? No, there were mines top, and they got blown up onto the Spirit Breaker, which will allow Storm to get the kill. He does fall very low and away. There was enough mines to kill the Jakiro mid, so Jakiro dies there mid as well. I'm missing these kills. It's hard to catch these kills, honestly. I thought... What? Well, anyway, 464 gold for the Jakiro kill, 670 for that Spirit Breaker kill, and Nature's Prophet is still at it. Now, I don't agree with feeding to the fountain here. It's not going to give heroes streaks. You know, ideally he just feeds a hero, but he wants to feed on cooldown, and since Radiant's actually dying, he doesn't have anyone to go to, so he's just hoping like Tinker just happen to be in the fountain or something like that. I mean, he's keeping up with his name. You gotta be true to that. Christmas feeding. Anyway, Storm gonna jump onto the Tinker here. Grabs him with the what is the ability called? Electric Vortex. Trying to die for the kill, but Tinker will juke into the trees. Unfortunately, Clockwork has a Haze Rune, and they're gonna be able to get the Tinker kill here. And that's 500 gold. Not even that much gold anymore. Only 8,000 net worth advantage for the Radiant. And a lot of this has to do with them just trying to push high ground and dying to these techies mines. I mean, they could be doing anything else like rushing, which they'll be doing now. But the thing is, the Monkey King bought back for no reason. He went for this Orchid build to kill the Storm Spirit, which is not really necessary. Because, I mean, they should be able to kill them like any lockdown. They have decent stunners on their team. Or they can just have the Tinker buy a Hex. They went for this Dagon Scepter build. And they will claim the Aegis now on the Monkey King. And Monkey King should have just built items to push high ground, you know, Desolator, BKB. Or you can just wait until the mines get cleared and then you actually do building damage. But he can't actually hit the buildings with these items. He's just too squishy, and he will actually die to Storm Spirit. Well, Techies has a refresher up, so he can refresh his minefield sign. He's going to start placing some other mines here as well, including the Stasis Trap. And now Radiant's back at it again, trying to push mid. Clockwork setting up in a position to flank from behind. Monkey King will scout him out, and they're going to go for this Clockwork kill. He does have a Force Staff, gets himself away, and drops down to Cogs as well. They're going to try to pursue, breaks the Cogs, and will run himself up and onto the high ground, where they do have mines set up in the mid lane as well as the bottom lane. Top lane is not really mined up, only has that one mine there. Now you're saying, how hard can this game be to end? And my answer to that is not very hard. The problem is they should just literally, this guy should just get level 15, right? And with the attack range, you get attack from long enough that he doesn't have to worry about these mines, right? And they can slowly take the tower and the racks, or they can just walk to the side. What is the AoE on these mines? Well, Storm jumping onto the Earthshaker, who is alone, and he has to commit the Echo to try to survive. And he does get to blink out. The charge comes in onto the Storm Spirit, who's almost out of mana. Will have enough for a little bit of a zip away, which will allow him to get out. Meanwhile, Clockwork ends up going down to something. Tinker. And they're looking to push in. There are minefield signs on the bottom lane. Now the mid lane as well, with the refresher coming out. Next level. Techie's gameplay here. And Tinker walking a little bit close there. Now, their real problem here on the Radiant is they don't have anything to kill these mines. Because Monkey King can't kill them. Jakiro technically can, but he doesn't want to walk that close because he can actually die. Now, Monkey King gonna get jumped on by the Storm Spirit. That will pop his Aegis in the top lane. Techies is looking to set up some mines here as well. Clears out a ward as well. He is buying the sentries. Nature's Prophet continuing to feed. Let's check his deaths real quick here. 51 deaths. We got a huge stack of mines here in the mid lane. Now we got the Spirit Breaker getting caught up by the Storm Spirit, who's level 20 now, going for the Lincoln Sphere. That will deal with the Orchid and like Tinker's spells as well. And even with the Aegis, Radiant is unable to push high ground. Now, they do still have a 10,000 net worth advantage. And the thing is, this Tinker is pretty fat, but he's fed some huge streaks to the Storm. And speaking of feeding streaks to Storm is back at it again. Why is he using this? Why is he not using his Ghost Scepter? That's a real question. And I also wonder, why did he buy this item if he's not going to use it? And he's still not going to use it, even though he eats the Omni Slash. And he's just going to die. That's 500 gold going to the Juggernaut. Clockwork did end up going down, but who actually cares at this point? Now Storm coming back in again with another long jump. He's going to pull the Jakiro and just going to allow Jug to come in. Will secure another kill. Monkey King drops the stun for what? Goes invis. Nature's Prophet continuing to feed. We got Earthshaker farming in the jungle. We'll build a Helm of Dom. I don't know if that's the item. Techies, that's a huge trap in the mid lane. Top lane, we got 3 mines. Storm with another jump. Doesn't manage to kill the Monkey King. There comes a charge from the Spirit Breaker. It's pretty high level actually. It's level 20 almost. And now Monkey King is building towards a BKB. Why did he go for the Shadow Amulet? Why is no one going for a Desolator? Because he's the only building hitter, right? Is Jakiro level 15 though? He is. He should just go for the attack range. Why did he not level up his talent? Maybe, alright. He can do it at level 16. He's pretty close there as well. Alright, we got Echo Slam onto the Juggernaut. Charge comes in. And you could already see where this game is going, guys. You realize, even though the score is 72 to 23, Nature's Prophet continuing to feed. 55 deaths now. We'll get back to him when he gets close to 100. Finally, the mid tower will fall. But look at this stack of mines. This is actually insane. And he's not even stacking them up on top of each other. He's just literally just placing them willy-nilly. Monkey King will go down to what? Clockwork. Clockwork killed Monkey King? Entirely missed that. Hook shot misses. Now Storm Spirit jumping in. This Spirit Breaker is quite tanky. Tier 3 mid did fall. Finally. Now they can take the shrines. Earthshaker still farming it up. Does have his Neko 3. Alright, Techies with the refresher up once again. Uses it just to place the Mindful sign here in the mid lane. Now long jump onto the Tinker. Finally he'll use his Ghost Scepter this time around. We got some animals being sent at this tier 3 top. Alright, how long would it take for Radiant to clear out this mine stack? That's my question. And no one can do it, right? Other than the Jakiro, so he doesn't have a lot of attack speed. I guess Tinker can as well, but there's a high chance if he walks up this far, he'll end up dying. Like, the Clockwork does have a Force Staff, so they can force him in. Anyway, finally BKB complete onto the Monkey King, who's not very farmed. We can just check net worths right now. We see that Techies is at the top by far, because of all the gold he's farming, as well as the kills he is getting on these people with streaks. Storm jumping onto the Tinker will get the Electric Vortex, canceling his TP, and he will finally use his Ghost Scepter. The stun comes out from Jakiro, the Dagon comes out as well, charge coming in as well, and the Storm will go down. But with that, Clockwork comes in with the hook shot, finishes off the Tinker. It will be a 1-for-1 trade. Storm's coming back first because of his Bloodstone. We really want this Clockwork kill. Now, Monkey King coming onto the Techies as well, and Techies is dead. Dead for 80 seconds, but we'll buy back. There's still some mines here. I don't know what Jakiro was doing. They literally could see those mines because of these Necroboats. Oh, but now Storm is back, jumps onto the Monkey King. Omni Slash comes out. That's going to secure 2 kills. Now Spirit Breaker in a lot of trouble. What is he doing? Charge away. He doesn't have charge. And he will go down as well. That's a full 5-man wipe. Did take a Techie's buyback. Now, Techie's placing more mines on the mid lane. Nature's Prophet feeding more kills. We got a Beaner tossed out from the Techies. Let's see where Jug's farm is now after those kills. Has a Diffusal Blade. Not bad. Not going to counter or pick up the gem. What is going on? Alright, Storm refuses to pick up the gem. He's going to jump to the mid lane and steal Jug's farm. Why didn't he just keep pushing top? That's the real question here. They really want mid tower apparently. So they're going to go for it. In the meantime, Techies continue to stack up these mines. Going to build towards a Bloodstone. Clockwork, where's his farm at? Nowhere. Techies, he did use a buyback there, but he's still quite farm. Almost there to his bloodstone, if he really wants it. He'll probably buy out for, of course. No reason not to, because he's gonna have buyback. And now Tinker, you're gonna get jumped again. This guy has just very slow reactions. He comes back in with a Dagon though and kills the Juggernaut. Now he will be building for a Sheep Stick. Spirit Breaker does have a BKB, 10-second BKB on him. Monkey King did recently use his 10-second BKB to kill Techies, which is entirely worth it. And they can kill Techies again, and Dire will have some issues, as they won't have Techies to defend, continue to defend. They just like just walk around these mines somehow. It's pretty simple, actually. They can just Monkey King can just go like this, jump, 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 and just hit the racks from here. Racks down, racks down. Monkey, jump, jump. Monkey King ult, hit racks with the Desolator, but unfortunately he's going Aether Lens, or not Aether Lens, Aeon Disc. All right. Aeon Disc, Monkey King. We got to charge onto the Nature's Prophet. It's another death for him. Where is he at now? 63. Not quite 100 yet. Now Storm does have his Lincoln Sphere complete. Is the gem still... Who has a gem? 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 In base? Gem? 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 Where's the gem? It's still there. It's still here. What's... Alright, Monkey King, what is he doing? Somehow Monkey King ends up in the base and dies. Alright, we got moving mines now for the techies. You know what this means? He actually can stack up these mines. They're not doing it very properly at this point. He can actually stack them on top of each other if he puts them in like one control group and like moves them together. But it just doesn't seem like he's doing that. Now Storm gonna do a long jump. He's hit level 25. He has mean auto remnant. A hook shot right onto the Tinker. Pops his Ghost Scepter. He can't rearm though. He already used his Force Staff. Storm jumps in, gets the kill there onto the Jakiro. Now Spirit Breaker tries to ult onto the Storm's Lincolns. That's not going to do much. Now he's manning up with his BKB. He's actually winning this fight. Does he have... Nope, he's not level 25 yet. He does have the bash damage though. Can he actually take out the Storm Spirit before dying? No. Storm gets away, gets the Electric Vortex off. He's ticking down to the Spirit Vessel, but he's going to be just fine. Now it's 4 kills for the Dire, and at this point, Radiant's only at a 7k net worth advantage. A lot of this had to do with this Monkey King being insane. He just doesn't know how to farm. He bought a casual, what is it? Shadow Amulet, sold it, tried to pick up an Aeon Disc recipe, and like the enemy found it or something. I don't know what he was doing over here, but he ended up dying. I mean, he easily could have just had a BKB, a Desolator, BKB, Desolator, Battle Fury, probably, or whatever he wanted actually, and just farm. But instead, he just has 8 deaths. He's doing absolute crap ball in this game. He's level 22 though. Now Juggernaut finally pushing forward aggressively. Again, he still can't pick up his items, so this Jug is not doing much. You know, this Jug not doing much, gotta say. Storm spots out the Roshan. Will force the Monkey King to drop his ultimate as well as pop BKB. There's no way Monkey King is killing him at this point. I mean, what is this Orchid for actually? Nothing. But this Monkey King just didn't understand his job this game. His job wasn't to kill Storm. His job is to push, as he's their only building hitter other than Jakiro. Did Jakiro go for the attack range? He indeed did. He built Aghanims for God knows for what reason. And we are in a 38-minute game now. We got an Aegis onto the Earthshaker, who did go for an Aeon Disc. Once again, I don't know what their reasoning behind this Aeon Disc is for. Sure, it's going to allow them to run up and survive these Techies lines, potentially, but Techies can just not blow them up if he knows they have Aeon Disc. And he has that choice. Indeed, he does. Now, we see Storm jump onto the Chiro, who's alone here, and the Chiro will go down. Spirit Breaker is going to run away. Now the problem is they don't have Monkey King and they don't have Jakiro, so how are they gonna push? The answer to that is they can't. Storm can actually just cut the creep waves as well. He does have a regen rune. Jumping onto the Tinker. This is pretty bad. Echo Slam does come out onto 2. The Dagon finishes off the Juggernaut, but again, who cares Juggernaut? He's worthless. Once again, the Storm will barely manage to get away. Tinker does finally fall to the Clockwork. Spirit Breaker charging in. Bash Lord. And no Clockwork with Force Staff gets out. Aegis is popped onto the Earthshaker. Clockwork survives. And the Monkey King continuing to farm up towards this Aeon Disc. But again, what does that actually do? Earthshaker has a cheese here as well. Techies has a huge stack here of mine still in the mid lane. And I don't know why they don't just push another lane. And Techies will actually fall for the bait and pop his mines, but because he had so many, he had the backup mines in case. And Earthshaker ends up going down. Now, to think that people actually think this Techies is scripting is insane, because many times people walk in mine range and he doesn't blow them up. And there's no way he's scripting. So people saying on Reddit that this Techies is scripting is just bad, or they don't play Techies. There's no way this guy is scripting. He just understands how to use control groups. Alright, anyway. Back to the game. Level 24 Clockwork. Building towards a Hex. Now, thing is, Radiant only has a 6k net with advantage. This Tinker isn't very good. This Monkey King isn't very good either. Actually, none of them are good. So they actually can't win. And this is why Techies isn't in Captain's mode, guys. Because even though I'm, shitting on their gameplay right now, they're not playing well. If there was no Techies in this game would not be like this at all, right? The fact that Techies can place all these mines mid, and he can abuse the fact that these people don't really have brains, and he's the reason why they're winning, is a testament to what the hero does. Now Monkey King gonna get jumped here by Clockwork. Well, Storm Spirit pops his BKB. He doesn't have his ultimate up. Now finally he's building a Desolator. It is 42 minutes in the game. He sold his Aeon Disc recipe and is going for Desolator. Someone told him, yo bro, what are you doing? Why are you buying an Aeon Disc? Are you mentally insane? Go for a freaking Desolator. And he finally has bought first component of Desolator. Like, the fact that he even went for an Echo Saber this game is questionable, right? Is it ever his job to just continue to fight? He should have just went Battle Fury, farmed up, got 6 slots before anyone did in the game, and just freaking pushed high ground. But he just clearly didn't understand that, and he didn't even think of doing that because he thought the game was over. But no, there is a Techies, my man. There's a Techies. Is the gem still sitting top? That's what I'm wondering. Nope, someone picked up the gem. Gem check? Gem check? Alright, the gem is currently in Storm Stash, so they finally realized there was a gem there. We got some slowly moving mines. I thought the mines rolled. Apparently they don't. Earthshaker going for a Blade Mail. I don't know about that. Alright, check on the Nature's Prophet. 76 deaths. Alright, almost approaching 100 here, guys. Almost approaching 100. Sight Device up on the Tinker. The problem is Storm is really farmed. He also has 19 Bloodstone charges. Has a Shiva's Guard as well. With some Techies mines stacked up here. Again, he's not stacking them properly. The thing is, you can actually put them on top of one another. Now, alright, let's get into the mind of the Nature's Prophet. What is he actually doing in this game? Is he just drinking the cold one with the boys? Is opening up his Christmas presents? Or is he actually actively playing this game? Because how do you just feed for 40 minutes straight and not get bored? Like, what is he doing? Is he watching anime? Watching Netflix? Netflix and chill? Like, what is going on? Oh, how drunk is this guy? What compels him to do this? There's so many questions that comes up. As we're going to go back to some action here as the Earthshaker gets jumped. His Aeon Disc already popped. Echo Slam comes out once again. And alright, The Omni Slash takes out the Monkey King in the meantime, but when we go back, catch the Earthshaker dying, and he will get popped. More Bloodstone charges for the Storm Spirit. And Monkey King Desolator? No, is he actually less farmed than the Juggernaut? He's actually less farmed than this Juggernaut. Keep in mind, this Juggernaut at 10 minutes was just farming the enemy jungle with like basically starting items because he couldn't use the courier for like at least 5 minutes. Akiro ended up dying here as well, and I still don't know why he bought the Zagnums. I haven't even seen him use it once yet. I actually haven't seen him use it once. Now, the Bashlord Spirit Breaker actually locking down the Storm Spirit. The Storm Spirit gets away. He's jumping, zipping, zapping, and he will come in, secure the kill there onto the Spirit Breaker maybe. No, he's scared. He doesn't want to die. He doesn't want to lose his Bloodstone charges, but his team is here, and they will finish off the kill for him. Now that's a full 4-man wipe. Tinker ended up going down there as well, and they actually push high ground. Storm's going to heal up the healing ward. He has so much mana regen with all his Bloodstone charges, and they also have 2 catapults. Alright, first usage I realize of the Jakiro ultimate with Aghanims, but he's immediately going to go down as he gets hooked by the Clockwork. Storm zips in as well, and the catapults will burn to this fire. Right, get some value out of this Jakiro act, you know. These catapults would still be alive without him, or without it. And the first set of racks is actually going to be claimed by the Dire, it seems, as Monkey King comes in. Earthshaker comes in as well, but he doesn't have Echo. It's on cooldown for 5 seconds. And Aeon Disc will pop once again. Jug spin to win. Will secure this racks. No, just Clockwork is kind of low. Storm's not hitting the racks. He's getting scared. But what is he actually scared of? This Earthshaker is not going to be able to kill him. And they're actually going to back. Oh my god. They can just... Healing Ward, my man. Just take it. Do it. Just do it. Take the racks. Alright, they're going to jump onto the Earthshaker. Echo Slam committed. And that's going to seal the deal. They're going to get the racks. Also, an Arcane Rune here sitting for the Storm Spirit. Techies are just mining up the base. This is the thing with Techies. If you actually lose your advantage, let's say you were at an advantage, but you lose map control, you allow Techies to have more time to set up, he's literally going to set up a full minefield, and you feel like you're going to be playing Minesweeper. Especially if you're playing against a level 25 Techies with like this meme, like garbage talent. It doesn't win you the game, but it makes it very hard for the game to end. It might win you the game if you're playing against absolute... I'm not going to use the term there, but these guys aren't very smart. Let's just say that. Anyway, Tinker going for a BKB, but I think it's too little, too late now. Even though they have 106 kills, I'm gonna get a message there. So, oh, my team's on break until the 28th. I don't have to. There's no coaching for me for a couple of days. That's nice. Anyway, back to this game. Back to what's going on here. Clockwork has a Radiance. Oh my god. So we got a Radiance Clockwork. And look at all these Storm meme remnants. Let's check that out. Oh, that was pretty good tracking there. Gotta admit. I don't have my smooth cam, so I'm sorry if the camera control is a little bit jittery. If you guys were used to watching my old cast, I don't know how many people actually watch my old cast, honestly, but this is definitely a meme game. I mean, we can't speed through the rest of this, but we can also just chill, you know. Again, this comes back to the question: what actually compels a Nature's Prophet to do this? Like, why? I mean, this is actually something I would do. This is pretty meme. I mean, if I was playing like a 2K Smurf or something like this, I'd be like, alright, you pick Techies, I'd pick Nature's Prophet. They don't have any counters to Techies, easy win. But they just last pick the Techies. Because, yeah, Radiant has some awful heroes against Techies. Like, they're... Alright, let me tell you guys. Alright, you guys might see. You're watching this and you're like, how does Radiant actually win this game? So let's try to actually learn something from this replay, you know. This is 2K MMR party queue, but you can actually learn something. Right? Alright, the thing about this Monkey King is he built retarded items. Alright, I said I wouldn't say that. Alright, he built awful items here. Alright, you don't go for Orchid of Malevolence. What does that do? Alright, what does that do? It's gonna allow him to kill Storm maybe once, but like, you know what also kills Storm? If you just build damage. Why don't you just go Desolator, right? Like, screw this Echo Saber. Who needs Echo Saber? Go for a freaking Battle Fury so he can farm. Because if he looks at this game, he realizes, yeah, he's gonna be able to like take all these outer towers, but as soon as techies get set up, like, he's not gonna push against techies. So what does he need to do? He just needs to farm, get super fat, get like an Aegis, and then freaking one-shot people. Right? Isn't that pretty simple? But instead he goes for this Echo Saber first off. I mean, he's not fighting because like Dire's not fighting. The only time they're ever fighting is in a defensive scenario. Echo Saber is gonna do squat in that case. So Battle Fury, Desolator, just farm up. At that point he'll like one-shot creep wave with his Q, so he can just also split push very quickly. And then he just gets super farmed to the point where like Storm can't kill him. And he buys a BKB, gets Aegis, just like jumps in the base. He literally just jumps in the base behind the mines, because like Techies is not going to put mines here if they're paying attention to what Techies is doing at all. And just hit the rocks after they're taking the tier 3. But unfortunately it's too little too late, as people are going to end up losing their lives here. Monkey King ends up dying again without buyback. Finally finishes Desolator. 50 minutes in. He's now less farmed than Jug and Clockwork significantly. Even less farmed than the only heroes on his team. And again, this is Monkey King. It's quite questionable. I would say if anyone could have won this game, it was him. And unfortunately for the Radiant, he had no idea what he was doing. Now Tinker coming in with a Hex onto the Clockwork. He's actually going to be able to finish off the kill. Nope, Earthshaker going to get it with the Fissure. And they're actually going to be able to defend. Tinker's, surprise, surprise, also a very good hero at defending. Now Catapult, so doing work. Necrobook's trying to clear them out. Kill it, kill it. Alright, they will save their melee racks. Storm gets out, however. 29 Bloodstone charges on him. Nature's Prophet, 89 deaths. 89 deaths there on the Nature's Prophet. He's about to hit that 100 mark. Now there's going to be a Refresher Orb on the Earthshaker. I don't know what that is for. I guess he can hit that double dank ult. Nature's Prophet dying again. The Monkey King, he doesn't really have a game. He just has his orb. Keep in mind, this guy bought a Shadow Amulet to try to build a Shadow Blade. Realized that's awful. He sold it for an Aeon Disc recipe. Sold it for an Aeon Disc recipe. Sold the Aeon Disc recipe. Finally went for Desolator. Completed it 50 minutes into the game. And you wonder why Radiant's gonna lose this game. Alright, we gotta check the badges here. There's some really lack of understanding going on this Monkey King player. I mean, this Earthshaker player as well. The way they played the early laning stage, the fact that he just blocked his own safe lane to give techies a free lane is real questionable. Now, Storm Spirit is like unkillable, literally unkillable. Jakiro, again, I don't know why he's in Aghanim's. This guy's the other guy responsible for winning this game. He's also the other billing hitter. Also the only hero that would be hitting mines, most likely. Tinker can do it, but Tinker doesn't want to. And Jakiro doesn't really want to either, but, I mean, kind of has to at this point. Who else is killing the mines? Certainly not Earthshaker or Spirit Breaker. Speaking of Spirit Breaker, he charges into mid. What happened? How did he take so much damage? Was it just Storm zipping on him? Yeah, it was just Storm zipping on him. Almost died. Tinker does have a Dagon 5. Goes for a BKB afterwards. Now Monkey King gets himself another Aegis. But are they pushing this? Are they actually pushing this? The answer to that is absolutely not. There's no way now. Because, you know, what I was saying before about Monkey King being able to like, jump on these trees and then go behind? You can't do that anymore. These heroes are too farmed. He's just going to die. Also, there's mines everywhere in the base, as well as stasis traps. So instead, they're going to work on the shrine. Now, the thing is, Radiant can actually still win this. This game is still winnable. Let me tell you how. This Monkey King needs to get his items up. I mean, it seems stupid, right? That, like, at this point, like, how are you gonna win this game? if you don't push. But the answer is you can't push, so you just need to get farm. And he's not doing that. And he's kind of doing that, but I'm assuming they're going to push. They're going to do something stupid at some point, but Dire actually looking to push their advantage. So this is giving Radiant a chance to come back, actually, if Dire pushes. Problem is, Dire is quite strong. Quite strong, indeed. Now, Earthshaker comes in, echoes for some reason. Okay. I mean, it's okay. He has 2 refreshers, so he's going to have another echo. There's the second echo. Still has his refresher. Won't have the mana for it, though. Actually, gets his mana burn. There's Juggernaut going down again. This Juggernaut pretty much did nothing this game. Cast an Omni Slash a couple times, got some kills. Now Spirit Breaker coming in. He does have the plus 25% greater bash chance to see if Spirit Breaker can carry this game. No, he goes for a Sight Device. And Tinker does get his Ghost Scepter off, survives the Storm Spirit as a result. Here comes the charge. Storm Spirit is out of mana, as I said. If Dire pushes, is giving Radiant a chance, and they're going to be able to finally secure themselves some kills. Monkey King back again on a killing spree, but guess what's going to happen now? They're going to go down mid, and they're going to die to all these mines. Do any of these heroes need to buy back? No way. Now Nature's Prophet approaching his 100th death in this game. 95 now. He's going to zip right onto the mid lane. This game is about to end, I assume. It's about to end for sure, because you know what's going to happen? They're going to go mid, and they're going to get blown to bits. Are you guys ready for this? I'm ready for this. The creep waves actually already dying to these mines coming in. That's one Aeon disc pop. Now Storm jumping right onto the Earthshaker. Tinker spamming the marsh. The mines are slowly coming in. Kill the mines. Nope, they're just going to eat them. Oh, Monkey King actually doing what I told him to do. Jump onto the tree. Jump past the mines. These mines slightly shifted to the left. Yo, well, move them back. Dagon onto the techies. Alright, first casualty. Second casualty to the mines. Now Storm jumping in. Gonna jump onto the Monkey King. He's in a lot of trouble here. Doesn't have his BKB. He's gonna go down. There's the Jakiro dying as well. Ultra kill for the techies. We have a fireworks display here in the mid lane. Only survivor. Actually, no survivors. A Spirit Breaker died back. Or died and bought back. Nature's Prophet with a very easy game, 0 and 97. Keep in mind, Radiant still has 2 couriers. Dire has never had access to the courier in this game ever. There's still mines in the side lanes here as well. And Storm, 18, 7, and 25 does have 22 plus some charges after dying. And Tinker no buyback. Earthshaker does have buybacks. Doesn't have his refresher up, doesn't have his ultimate up either. Monkey King will be forced to buy back as Storm is pushing through the bottom lane with a DD Juggernaut. Storm jumps in, trying to find the monkey, won't find him, and they're going to push high ground. Along with some illusions here, the Radiant Clockwork hook directly onto the Spirit Breaker. He's in a world of hurt. Doesn't get his BKB off, and he's going to go down. Monkey King can't defend this alone. Earthshaker finally buys back, pops his Necro Book for what? And Omni Slash used onto the Monkey King, and he's just gonna die. He's just dead. The game is over just like that, as Dire will take this game, surprisingly enough. I mean, you guys could probably see this coming probably 30 minutes in this game when you realize, how is Radiant actually gonna push? What are they actually doing? Why is Monkey King buying a Aeon disc? There's a lot of questions to be had in this game, but this is going to be it. I don't want to drag on this video for too long. I hope you guys enjoyed this Christmas special, this Art of Dota Christmas special from your boy Hachi, as I didn't think I would make a Christmas video, but I had to do a cast of this game. I saw it on Reddit, and if you are coming from Reddit, I hope you did enjoy the cast. I didn't have my camera control set up, so I apologize for the jerky cam, but easy game comes out from Nature's Prophet. Techies for scripting. I don't believe he's a scripter. If he is, he's not very good. Because I definitely saw some moments there where you could have blown someone up. There's definitely some like some people got close to mines. I believe he just used control group. So I'll see you all in the next video, and make sure you leave a like down below if you did enjoy the cast, as well as subscribe, as I will be uploading more videos as the holidays end. I am going to Captain's Draft Minor, so if you actually want to see any content from Captain's Draft Minor, I can try to record something. I don't actually have a camera, but I can try to record on my phone. I do have a GoPro as well, so maybe some first person stuff going on. I don't know. So just leave some ideas down below, because I do want to make videos, but I don't have the best ideas at this point. And I prefer to just make content you guys want to watch. So just let me know what you want to see. I'm thinking of making some guides on how to climb more throughout the ranks. I'll be playing on my Smurf in the next year, so I'm thinking about that. But other than that, again, leave your suggestions down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, everyone.